Katie Hunter, Kings TV. Chicago reminds me a little bit of this team last year in the sense that they force a lot of turnovers, kind of get out and run because they struggle a little bit in the half court. What do you guys need to do today to kind of take that strength away from them?
Yeah, it starts again tonight, transition defense. They're going to get out and try to play fast. So we got to get back at our defense set, get matched. We can help ourselves out with that by taking care of the balls. This team likes to force a lot of turnovers. So, Buddy, Bogey, they got to be strong and make solid passes anytime they're in these actions. They're going to have their bigs up most of the night, shocking the ball. So we got to be ready to play make out of that, that short roll. But yeah, this Chicago team plays very hard. And you watch the games, and they're in these games, and they have leads in a lot of these games, and we got to be ready to lay it all out there tonight. It's our last home game before a long road trip, and we've been playing better, but we got to show up ready to go because Chicago's been sitting there for a few days now, coming off a loss, so they're going to be hungry to get this thing going.
Luke, Sean Cunningham, ABC 10. Just with obviously the release today about De'Aaron and Bagley, just seeing some of the news that they had, what just comes to mind as you look to embark on this trip with the possibility of adding Marvin back later in the week?
Yeah, we're focused on tonight's game, and I spend time planning for when that happens, but our focus and energy is all going into tonight's game. And then, when we get later into the week, if we get them back, then we'll put that plan into place. But we're not going to start. We're not going to start overthinking that now. We'll be ready for it when it happens, whenever that is. And like I've said the whole time, if he's still not ready, then we're not going to rush him. And hopefully he is. We can't wait to get him back. But we're going to be focused on this game tonight and then going up to Portland. And that's where our group thought process will be, for the next few days.
And then just follow up, we spoke a little bit about it last game, about guys stepping up, next man up mentality, but has this even kind of exceeded, the way they've played, have they kind of exceeded some of your expectations when you're down two starters like this?
No, I'm very happy with the way our group's playing. Love the way we're competing. Love the how much our group cares and how bad they want to win and how much they want to get better. But, it doesn't exceed expectations. It's a result of, how we're playing and how hard we're playing and how as a team, as a group, we're playing for each other. So when you play that way, you're going to find yourself winning games. If you don't play that way, you're going to lose games. So it's been exciting to see the group come together and do that.
Sarah Hodges, CBS 13. Coach, we've seen Buddy Hield's decision-making change from last year to this year in times where he would just put up threes, he's driving the lane. Is that just a testimony to, guys being hurt, or just him realizing that he needs to be more diverse, or the new coaching staff coming in?
No, it's a little bit of everything. We tell Buddy we want him to be great. We want him not to just be a shooter. We don't want him to just be a scorer. But a lot of that's going to come from his work ethic, his understanding of how to play. And I think the more reps he gets with that, we're in a close game every night right now, which I said last game is awesome for our group. And we get to feel what that feels like. And I agree with you. The fact Buddy didn't just come off and jack a couple of threes, even though he'd hit late in that game, he read the defense, and he's a big, strong guard. He got downhill, got to the rim. That's what we want to see out of him. Turnovers. Me and him sit down all the time and watch all the clips and show him the difference, what it looks like when he comes off and makes a strong, solid pass, and when he kind of just airs one out. And these are things that we're constantly on him with. But you got to give Buddy the credit because he takes it, he goes into his work, and he gets better at it. And it's at least as a coach, I can see more and more it's slowly starting to his overall game improve. And the more he improves, the better our team gets. So it's been a lot of fun working with him.
Coach, Chuck Swirsky, Bulls play-by-play announcer. Obviously, Rashawn is from the Chicagoland area. What has he given you as far as, not only quality of minutes, but also how he affects the game?
Toughness, defense, rim protection. He's been one of our most solid players, I'd say, throughout the season. From when he was coming off the bench to when he was starting, he's been a very big piece to what we're trying to do here and the identity we're taking on as a group.
Luke, Jason Anderson, Sacramento B. You mentioned Bogey's minutes restriction the other night, and he, I think, said later that he is playing through some discomfort. How much concern is there for the way that's impacting him now and the potential for that injury to kind of linger?
Well, yeah, I knew I shouldn't have told you that. Well, that's why we're playing them 6 at a time. That's where we feel confident as a medical staff and organization that we can keep him healthy and playing, and he can continue to heal. It's pretty clear how much we rely on what he does for us. So he feels good. He wants to keep playing. Our medical staff feels confident about it. So we'll stay with it, and as he continues to get healthier, those minutes will get bigger and bigger.
Tony Harvey, Sacramento Observer. Coach Walton, Lauren, Markin, and Levine, what's the anatomy? What's your breakdown of these two players, young players, and what they like to do and what you would like them not to do?
Well, yeah, they both, I know Markman's not shooting the ball as well this year percentage-wise, but boy, is he capable of knocking down a lot of threes. And Levine's already shown you he can win a game. He can take over a game by himself. He's got that type of ability. What he did in that Charlotte game was impressive, but you see stretches of it. So, these are two main points as far as going into the scout, not letting these guys get easy looks. You say it all the time in the NBA. Sometimes it's the best you can do is just make it uncomfortable for people, and they're going to score their points by the end of the night. But we have to make it hard and uncomfortable for them to get that, and that's what I think our team has done a really nice job of over the last month or so. Is really disrupting and giving multiple efforts and having each other's backs. And tonight's no different. Every NBA team's got talent. Every NBA team can beat anyone on any given night. So it's our job to consistently make it hard for them.
I don't know if you have to do this, but what's your perspective on trying to get players' attention? Like mention, you say like Levine in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to do that. I mean, you always talk to them first, and you get to know your players, and you have different relationships with different ones. But playing time has always been a pretty good motivator, whether I was a player or a coach. That's what every player wants to play. So that playing time is a good way to reward and to motivate.
Luke, Jason Jones, The Athletic. And whether it be injuries to two starters, 0-5 start, what experiences, whether as a player or as a coach, did you draw from to kind of keep things steady and not get too high or too low through all that?
A lot, honestly, and it's hard. It's not easy. It's an incredible job, but it's a challenging one. But every great coach I've played for, every team I've been on, whether you win, you start 5-0, or you lose, I mean, you're at your best when you stay steady, stay the course. And, we believe in what we're doing here. We believe in our group. And, you think back on what it's like to be a player and what it's like to coach through different experiences. And the best answer I've always found is stay steady, stay the course. And, if you're doing things right and you're working hard, things will work out for you.